Hi guys, today I'm going to do a movie review on The Incredibles from 2004, the film directed by Walt Disney Studios Animation Studios, Walt Disney Studios. And this was an animated film. This movie is about the family members. This movie is about the whole entire family that have superpowers. And they're called like the Incredibles. And it was like, and there's five of them. There's five. There's Bob Parr. There's Helen Parr. There is there's Violet Parr. There's Dash Parr, and there's Jack Jack. Jack Jack is like the baby, and also they have a friend who has superpowers too. His name is Lucius, and so Bob Parr goes by the superhero name called Mr. Incredible, and Helen Parr goes by the name of Elastigirl, and Lucius goes by the superhero name of Frozone. So the whole family has superpowers, while Jack Jack is just a baby. Uh. Oh. Yeah, I'll show you who the Incredibles are. There's Bob. There is yeah, first there's like the father. Yeah. It's this guy, yeah, Bob Parr, and his like this is his original superhero suit, and then this guy. There's Helen Parr. Yeah, there's this woman right here. Yeah. And she wears like a superhero outfit. There's Violet. Violet. The whole family is called Parr, right? Yeah, look, this is this girl, and she wears this superhero suit. And I'm sorry. And there's Dash Parr. Oh, what? Yeah, Dash. And he wears this superhero suit. And finally, there is Jack Jack. The baby. The baby's so cute. And he has superpowers too. And there's also this Lucius. Lucius, and this guy right here, and he goes by a superhero name called Frozone. Frozen. This film came out in 2004. Oh. And this film took place in America, possibly a metroville, like primarily in fictional cities. So it was in San Francisco, Bay Area, and New Urban around the year 1962. Blended 1960s, mid-century. As a Nemesian as an island. And also, and so now, without further ado, let's get into the plot of the movie without getting further too much away. The movie starts off when we meet our three superheroes. Yeah, we meet we meet Bob Parr, aka Mr. Incredible, Helen Parr, aka Elastigirl, and Lucius, who goes by the name of Frozen. They're being interviewed by a bunch of people. And now Bob Parr now Mr. Incredible is in his car. He's in his superhero car. The car is so cool. He has a car in the movie. Oh my god, this guy has a car. The car! Oh my god, look. You guys, I love the car in the movie. Oh my god, look at the car. Oh my god, this car is so amazing. Oh my god, it has superpowers and then Mr. Incredible comes on, he helps this old woman save her cat. And then as soon as he enters back the car, he sees this kid. He sees this young boy wearing the superhero suit. His name is Buddy Pine. And he went by a superhero name called Mr. Incredible. Yeah, you probably knew who I'm talking about. The main kid in the movie who went the kid in the movie who went bad. Yeah, the kid who went bad. Look! This boy! Yeah, this kid in the movie, Incredible! Well, the dad's name is called Mr. Incredible. How funny is that? So Buddy asked Mr. Incredible if he could be his superhero sidekick. Of course, he refuses. And then he kicks him out of the car, and then Mr. Incredible meets up with Helen, fights some bad guys. And then later during the night, Mr. Incredible sees this young man running into a building. He wanted to get killed, but of course Mr. Incredible saved him before ruining his death. And then the supervillain guy showed up. His game is called Bon Voyage. Bon Voyage. This guy goes by like some different language. Yeah, like Yeah, this guy. Bon Voyage. And then guess who shows up? The same kid that Mr. Incredible had met earlier. And he asks him again to be his superhero psychic. Of course, he still refuses. And then Bon Voyage says his bomb on the kid, on Buddy Pine. And then Mr. Incredible takes the bomb off him and off him, and then the bomb explodes, and then the train happens, and then the train falls down. And so, and so, Bob and Helen become married. That's so cool. And guess what happens? Superheroes become illegal because of what Mr. Incredible did in the movie. He saved somebody who didn't want to be saved. How coincidence? And then 15 years later, Mr. Incredible, Bob is working at a business shop, and then his boss is getting super upset because his boss gets super upset because he helped another person. His boss says that he's supposed to have their people. His name is Gilbert Hump. And then his boss confronts him in the office, and then he realizes the bad guy is going to steal something, and so Mr. Incredible is going to do something until his boss stops him. And then Bob chokes him, and he throws him out of his office, and he gets into the hospital. And then this guy, his name is Rick Dickory. He's like a friend to Mr. Incredible. He's like a friend of Bob, and so also Mr. Incredible has been spied on by this mysterious woman in the movie. Her name is Mirage. Yes, Mirage. Yeah, this woman in the movie. And so we come to school, and so that Dash gets in trouble for stacking pencils on the teacher chair. And so his mom confronts him for getting in trouble for the 5th time. And so Violet flirts with this guy named Tony Ridenshire. Yeah, this guy that he met in the... Oh, this guy. Yeah, Tony Renninger, boy that she met in the first Incredibles movie. And then... Now, meanwhile, at home, they're having dinner, and then they're having a dinner fight, and then Lucius appears, and then Bob and Lucius appear in a bank. We're in disguise as they're about to rob a bank until they're being stopped by police officers. But Lucius, also known as Frozone, he raises a cup and he freezes the officer. And then when Bob heads back home, he gets a meeting from the same woman that was spying on him from earlier in the movie, Mirage. So Mirage asks him for help with something, and he accepts. So Bob gets onto an island before he gets a visit from Edna Mode, The guy who made the superhero suits. He's the guy who made the superhero suits. Yeah, Edna Mode. The guy who made the superhero suits. Bob gets into an island and he finds this robot who's being controlled by someone. And then Bob Hart, aka Mr. Incredible, gets confronted by this super villain. And guess who this villain is? It's the kid from the beginning of the movie. Remember him? His name is Buddy Pine. He now goes by the supervillain name of Syndrome. Syndrome, the guy from the beginning of the film, remember? Let me show you the kid is again. Yeah, remember who he was? We see this flashback. I forgot to mention. Watch. Guess what he came to be? He came to be the bad guy in the movie, the bad guy. He goes by the name of Syndrome. And so we see the flashback of when he used to be the kid. When he was a kid and he was at home and he was so angry for being rejected by him. And so he wanted revenge. Yes, this guy wanted revenge on him. And so we jump back to the present when Bob tries to apologize to him for how he treated him, but Syndrome says he doesn't care anymore. So he fights him, and then Bob lands onto the sea. And then later during the night, Bob heads to the workshop of the place where Syndrome was working at. He discovers many workers were killed by Syndrome. Determined. And then he gets captured by Mirage. Then meanwhile back to Helen Parry. Helen visits Edna Mode, and she finds out where Mr. Incredible is, and now she's gonna go and rescue him. She goes with her family, go on this airplane. And then meanwhile back to Mr. Incredible, he's been captured by Syndrome. They're torturing him. And then Syndrome finds out who he has been contacting to. He has been contacting to his family. And then Mr. Incredible, but Syndrome destroys the airplane where Helen Parr and her children have been into, and then they had. And then Mr. Incredible tries to attack Mirage until he stops, and then Helen Parr. Then meanwhile back to Helen Parr. She teams up with the kids to save Mr. Incredible, and so they head into a black cave. So at last, Helen tells him to stay in to see something that's terrible, and then. Well, they left Jack home alone, and he's babysitted by this woman, and then. And Dash sees this airplane. The meme about the syndrome. Guess who betrays them now? Marriage. Marriage betrays Syndrome, and she releases Mr. Incredible. What some cool redemption she made in the movie. She just released so Mr. Incredible reunites with his family. His family was managing to escape. They're able to fight Syndrome and his henchmen. As I already mentioned, the robot they had in the movie, he first fought him. It's called Omnidroids. Yeah, this is a robot that he fought from the beginning of the movie. Yeah, the robot that he fought from like the beginning of the movie in the island. So the robot goes to attack everybody in the city. Then Mr. Incredible and his friends fight the robots. And they figure out how to stop the robot with a device and all that stuff. They used the device to like destroy the robot. And the robot gets destroyed, and then the superheroes can congratulate it for destroying the city. Even though the superheroes are like illegal now, and then meanwhile, they're about to head home until they realize that Syndrome is home and he's captured Jack. He's fighting Jack until Jack has grown powers, and he attacks Syndrome, and then Syndrome lands on his airplane. He plans to exact revenge on the Incredibles until he gets attacked on the airplane, and Syndrome gets completely killed. That's why he gets completely exploded on the airplane. And then a few weeks later in school, Dash wins his PE tournament. So Violet flirts with Tony. That's right, Tony Ridinger. Now in city, something bad's gonna happen in the city. And a supervillain called the Underminer. Yeah, this guy. He's like, behold, the Underminer. And he goes by... How can he? There's 3 bad guys in the movie. There's Bon Voyage, Syndrome, and the Underminer. Wow, how cool. How really awesome. How really amazing. And so they're getting ready to fight the Underminer. And so that's how the movie ends. So I really enjoyed this movie. I thought this movie was a really amazing movie. I love the Incredibles. The Parr family, they're just like great characters in the movie. I love Mr. Incredible. Mr. Incredible, his superhero suit looks really awesome. He is a great protagonist in the movie, so does Helen. I also love the baby Jack. Jack was a really cool character in the movie, the baby and all that stuff. I also like all the bad guys in the movie. There's Bon Voyage, there's Buddy Pine, aka Syndrome, and there's the Underminer. Originally, Mirage was a bad guy, and then she redeemed herself at the end of the movie. She worked for Syndrome until she redeemed herself at the end of the movie. As for the soundtrack in the movie, is really awesome. Oh, Thought the animation in the movie was really nice. I just thought that I thought the special effects in the movie were really awesome. I thought the visuals in it looked really nice. And I thought the editing in the film looked really awesome. I thought the settings and locations in the film looked really awesome. I thought the structure in the movie was really awesome. I thought the pacing in it was really nice. I thought the singing in the movie was really awesome. I just thought the writing in the film looked really awesome. I thought the acting in the movie was very nice. I thought it was very funny, and as all the part where it's like, "Hey honey, where is my superhero suit? Where is my superhero suit?" I thought that was very funny. I thought it was very funny, and also I felt that a lot of the action scenes in the movie looked really nice. I thought the CGI in the movie was really awesome, and also I thought that the final battle at the ending of the movie was really awesome. And finally, I liked the ending of the movie when the Underminer showed up. When the new villain showed up at the end of the movie, he showed up out of the ground, and this machine showed up, and the Underminer was like, "Behold the Underminer!" That was so cool to see that cliffhanger at the end of the first movie. That was really awesome. And so that's my review of the movie of The Incredibles from 2004. I really enjoyed this movie. I love it so much. I enjoy it. I give this movie a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. A plus. I really like this movie. I really thought it was really good. So that's my movie review on The Incredibles from 2004. And don't forget to like and comment and share and subscribe to my channel. I'll be seeing you guys next time. And goodbye, friends. See you soon.